homies at home, Max. My name is Morgan Crenshaw, and right here we're going to be talking about the awakening on these swag notes. Edna and her family went on a vacation where she realized she did not love her man. She then met a fine-looking specimen of a man, and his name was Robert, who awakened her sexually. Then she changed her ways and how she viewed life. That nigga Robert then left her, and she moved on to another man, and his name was Arabin, and he was a manhole, right? And then she just used him to get her sexual needs met. And in Robert's absence, this nigga was in Mexico. She fell into a state of depression that was only remedied when Robert returned. But then that nigga left again, and she couldn't go on, so she jumped into the lake, butt naked, and killed herself.
Okay, so Edna's role was to showcase what following the pressures of society really looks like, and how you cannot follow your dreams or reach to your full potential when you follow other people's beliefs. Start quote, "It was you who awakened me last summer out of a lifelong stupid dream." She has finally realized that going along with the society and the it crowd is not what she wanted, and she could finally be who she wanted to be, herself, an independent woman. The figurative language, which was a metaphor, said that seeing with different eyes and making the acquaintance of new conditions in herself that colored and changed her environment she did not yet suspect. This means that the new feelings that she was experiencing and the new relationships that she was seeing helped shape the person that she was becoming. One who she did not yet know, and one that she did not know she had become.
Bang. Edna's husband, Leon, he was in love with some Edna. He represented society. He was the one who kept Edna in check. And does not want Edna to express her true self, because he believed that she should be a housewife and support him and his kids. Alright? This quote represented what Leon thought of his wife Edna. He thought it was very discouraging that his wife was the sole object of his existence, evinced so little interest in his things which concern him, and valued so little of his conversation. End quote. That shows that Leon wanted Edna to show every little bit of interest in everything he did, even if it means coming home drunk. She felt like Edna was like, she'd be like, "Oh baby, how was your drinking? Was it good?" Leon was like, "Nah, babe, but you didn't do that. So what else were you supposed to do?" Robert was a nigga who left Edna after he decided that she was going to show him freedom. After Edna then fell in love with this nigga, okay? He went to Mexico and broke her little heart. And then when he came back, he broke her heart again because he left again. And that caused her to kill herself. Come on now. This quote shows what Robert really had the effect on Edna, okay? The quote said, "Robert's going has some weight taking the brightness, the color, and the meaning out of everything." Okay, end quote, okay? So that shows that the true effect Robert had on Edna was like, he was her everything. Like, she was supposed to be Leon's everything, but that didn't happen because she was Robert's everything, okay? The figurative language that was used said, quote, "But that night, she was like the little tottering, stumbling, clutching child who of a sudden realized its powers, okay, and walks for the first time alone, badly, boldly." This metaphor shows what Edna was going through, okay? It said, quote, "But that night, she was like the little, tottering, stumbling, clutching child who all of a sudden realized its powers, okay? And walks for the first time alone, boldly and with overconfidence," okay? End quote. This figurative language in this quote helps to describe the joy and the power she felt after finally discovering who she was and how she was, you know, to be a woman, and how to swim, because that bitch did not know how to swim before Robert. Okay, Robert taught her how to swim and teach her some freedom, okay? Okay. Not only that, but it also alludes to her emotional and mental change, okay? Her awakening. You get it? The awakening. The book is called The Awakening, and how it was evaporated to her, okay? Okay. This next nigga, Arabin, okay, represented the physical replacement for Robert, where Robert went to Mexico because, you know, she still needed her needs met, so she found Arabin. This quote right here shows that, okay? Quote, His attentions alone were enough to ruin a woman's name, end quote. That shows that this nigga is so suave and sexy that he could pull any woman he want, okay, and change her name and her reputation, okay. So this figure of language right here says, the first of her life, to which her nature had really responded, it was a flaming torch that kindled desire. Yes, honey, yes. Okay, this figure of language shows that she didn't feel passionate with Leonce because Leonce was ugly, okay? So she felt, and then she felt toward Robert, okay? But Robert then left, and he went to Mexico for some unknown reason. So then he went with Ruben, who probably was nice looking, okay, and used and put it on her like she wanted to put her on her, okay?
Ready?
So the analysis of Awakening is about, like, Edna was stuck in a loveless marriage that caused her to have some complications in her personal and emotional life, right? And these complications led her to, like, become a completely different person because she went about finding who she really was and going against society in a very unconventional manner. You know, she cheated on her husband with 2 different men. Well, we're not going to go there. We already went there previously. So what we're trying to talk about is how, like, this story taught you different like moral and like life lessons, but there are some people out there, some players out there saying that no, this story is immoral and does not have a moral compass, where I say no, it does. It teaches me not to go against the grain. It teaches me to be who I want to be, and it teaches me to do me. So do you.
I've been drinking.